This next hour, we're going to be spending some time doing lightning talks. So we have 6 speakers lined up for you, and they're each going to spend 5 minutes talking about something related to DevOps. Our very first speaker is from Blue Cross Blue Shield. James Dean is going to come talk about some do's and don'ts for DevOps. Come on up.
Good afternoon. My name is James Dean, and I'm Manager of Delivery Automation Services at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. So back in 2013, there we go, 2 buttons, BCBST kicked off a very much needed project to replace our source code management solution. Now, during the tool evaluation, the project team, which consisted of 17 partially allocated dotted line resources, realized that we needed much more than just a new SCM and increased the project scope to include a full SDLC redesign and an automated build and delivery pipeline. So I don't think they realized it at the time, but they were actually starting a DevOps transformation. So over the next year, the tools were selected and consultants were engaged to help with the SDLC redesign and the pipeline implementation. The SDLC consultants didn't prove very helpful and were released from the project, while the implementation team struggled with integration issues and ongoing process changes. By the end of 2015, the only consultant left was the technical guy who had pretty much single-handedly installed everything. And as the only full-timer on the project, he was struggling to keep up. Things weren't perfect for the project, but they were still moving forward, and the team had plans to address some other challenges. But then the unthinkable happened. Reorg-ageddon. After the reorg, the team of part-time resources just disintegrated. The technical guy's contract expired, and the entire thing, millions of dollars, thousands of hours of work, just went straight into the ditch. And 3 months later, I was asked to get it back out of the ditch. So I started by looking at the project's history and listing out some of the key mistakes that I saw. And those are my DevOps don'ts. There we go, okay. So the first thing is don't accidentally start an enterprise transformation. And these things require preparedness across the entire organization and focus, dedication, and a level of leadership support that is a lot greater than what you would expect for just a tool replacement, right? Also, don't assume that leadership understands the pressure that a transformation can place on an organization or how long that effort might take. Don't use a massive team of part-time dotted line resources to design anything at all, ever. We know about Conway's Law, right? Conway's Law says any system that a team designs will reflect that team's communication structure. So imagine the communication structure of that particular project team. And finally, don't let consultants implement your delivery stack. When they leave, their knowledge leaves with them, and you will need to maintain that pipeline. So we went forward, and in April of 2016, I formed DOS, Delivery Automation Services, and we did things a little bit differently. We knew that we were launching a transformation, first of all, so we planned accordingly, got full support from leadership, and made sure we knew what we were getting into. I built my team myself out of dedicated full-time experts, and when I had to bring in consultants, I did not give them keyboards. I forced them to work through the people on my team to ensure that knowledge transfer happened. We onboarded development teams using on-demand dojo-style working sessions instead of formal classroom training, and we documented everything that we learned along the way. And then when we were ready, we started with a small pilot of hand-picked early adopters who were highly motivated, and we helped them. We guided them through the pipeline, and then we celebrated their success publicly. So we officially relaunched the SCM project in early 2017, and we were facing a siloed, highly change-resistant, and very untrustful organization. And they'd already seen this project fail once before, right? So it was a tough sell. We had to onboard 58 teams and support the migration and automated build and delivery of 486 applications, encompassing an unfathomable array of different technologies. Whoops, wait, there we go. Oh, you guys didn't get to see all my slides, man. That's a bummer. There you go, that's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. So those few changes, just those few changes, we made a bunch of other changes, but those were the biggest ones I think that had the largest impact on our team. They worked very well. And over the last 20 months, we've been able to onboard 100% of our teams. We've completed 93% of our overall migration effort and have automated deployment to production for 78% of our application portfolio. There we go. So those numbers over there speak for themselves. We see 5,000 total deployments in 2015 up to 33,800 this year, not counting November and December yet. So the growth has been tremendous. And the thing that this slide doesn't reflect is the deep personal changes and growth that has happened with me and the people on my team. We've had to learn to admit ignorance. We had to learn to experiment and accept failure as a form of success. And I believe that we have had to become DevOps ourselves. Me and everyone else on my team is now much more strong, efficient, curious, fearless, and resilient, and instinctively just instinctively willing and able to extract value from failure. And we all relentlessly strive to make things better. So I'm incredibly proud of my team, and I'm incredibly proud of the work that we've done together. So thank you guys all very much.